threat of disaster is never pleasant.
Welcome to the Casual Preppers podcast.
These safety measures are essential.
The only place for prepping, survival, and entertainment.
This will be your source of survival instructions and information. Every member of the family must be coached in the business of survival.
Here are your hosts, Cam and Coby.
Yeah. Boy. EDC.
Yes, sir. Back at it, Cam.
Yeah. Back at the basics.
Yeah, we're back to basics. We're just rolling along here.
Yeah,
2025, just slick as shit. Just keep on going, right?
It is zipping by, man.
It
We're
is.
into February.
Yeah.
February.
That's right. So what are we talking about today, homeboy?
One of the most exciting parts, again, of prepping is EDC, right?
I agree.
It's like most flashy, the funnest, it's the coolest.
Sexy.
So yeah, that's what we're going to talk about today. It's like EDC, it matters, man, because
it matters. Sounds like the more you know commercial or something.
Exactly. But really, it's like things are going to happen unexpectedly, and you want to have that gear on you, and that's why you carry EDC.
Yeah.
But in reality, most of the time, you're just using it to cut a coworker's box open, or cut a sandwich in half 3 times when you're on the road with your kids.
That's right.
That's
It's
usually when I use the EDC gear.
Which is also stuff that happens.
Yeah.
It's helpful.
Yeah, it is
Right?
helpful.
Yeah.
You know, I do want to say real quick to he who saw me on vacation.
Oh, right.
I don't know if you're listening anymore.
Yeah.
If you're, I do want to mention that was pretty awesome for you to come up and recognize me.
Yeah. So Cam was in Hawaii. So you better mention the whole story. So he might be
I was in
thinking
Hawaii.
of somebody else.
You know,
Yeah, Hawaii.
of all
Yes.
places, and we were at like a spot where there's a lot of dining and stuff, and I was just standing out there waiting for one of my family members to take a crap.
Yeah.
And this guy and his wife come up to me, and he's like, "Hey, Casual Preppers podcast," and I was like, "Holy crap!"
Yeah, it's very odd.
And he said he kind of recognized me, or thought it was me.
Might have
and
been Matt Damon. I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And it looks too weird from the side.
Yeah.
But I had my BattlBox hat on, of course.
Of course, yeah.
And
Reppin'.
that's how he kind of recognized me. But man, I'm sorry, I'm not the coolest person to meet in person.
No.
It's like it's
agree.
like it's almost like it's almost like fan shock. I'm like, do you really know who I am? Like,
He was embarrassed. You were embarrassed.
I was
kind of
embarrassed
right.
a
You
little
just
bit.
didn't know what to do.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
man, if I would have had a knife on me or something, but I was in my
stab the
swim
shit out of
shorts. As soon as someone recognizes me, I just run away. I don't want anybody to know who I am.
It's just it's how you do it.
But that was cool of you.
Yeah.
My kids were like, they were super excited. They're like, man, dad's so important and
I
popular.
got a good dad.
Yeah,
I got a
yeah.
good dad.
Yeah, so that was cool of you.
That is very
Sorry I
cool.
didn't get your name. I was just caught in the moment of like,
Yeah.
man, just look at me.
He ain't the smartest.
Look at me.
You know what I mean?
So yeah,
That's true. Yeah. So
hopefully
apologies.
I didn't ruin your experience of the Casual Preppers.
Email us your address. We'll send you some.
Yeah, for sure.
How's
I
that?
will. I would have given him something had I had it on me.
Yeah.
I can't give you that hat though. Because
Hell no.
I've had that BattlBox hat.
Yeah, forever. Yeah. Speaking of BattlBox, it is the monthly subscription box full of solid gear for adventure seekers, survivalists, outdoor enthusiasts, and casual preppers. Each month, BattlBox sends you the coolest selection of handpicked outdoor survival and everyday carry gear, all valued at far more than what you'd normally pay. You never know what's in the next box, but here's a sampling of what users received this month. The mosquito repellent tiny repeller by Flextail Gear.
So nice.
I just sent in for my little
you did?
inserts.
I need to do that.
And then the Koala Tree duffel bag.
Awesome.
Pretty cool, man. All this badassness starts at just $34.99. Per month, they've shipped over 1 million boxes and won Best Subscription Box of 2020. Our listeners get 15% off when you sign up at battlebox.com/casualpreppers. Get your first BattlBox plus 15% off at battlebox.com/casualpreppers. Yes, and also, there is no free knife anymore in this offer. It's 15% off, which is still
great.
a fantastic deal.
It's more worth it.
It's a very good deal. So, anyways, so EDC.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it, Cam.
I love it.
What is it? See, in the prepping world, we love our acronyms. We
Yes,
love
yes.
letters that mean something. In EDC, what does it mean? It means everyday carry, right? So it's
Probably one of the most familiar, acronyms in prepping.
Yeah, it's gear that you always,
But not only prepping.
have on you. Yeah, there is other things. Yeah, this comes down to being kind of like your first line of preparedness, right?
Yeah.
It's like the first line of it.
It's like your skin of preparedness.
Yeah.
It's first
the
line of
epidermis
defense.
of preparedness, right?
Epididymis. of
Epididymis, okay. Whatever it is. So what is the purpose of this? It can help you handle those everyday challenges like Cam was talking about. Maybe you're going to fix a loose screw. Maybe you're going to cut open a box or a package.
By far the most
Like
used.
you
like,
buy something that
part
has
of my
that
prepping gear.
clamshell packaging and you're just so mad at it. But you got your knife, so you're good to go. Or maybe it's even charging your dying phone, that type of thing. And maybe it is your phone, right?
That's true. It's true.
It could definitely be a part of it. But it can help you be ready for emergencies like first aid needs, flat tires, or even unexpected power outages that might happen, right? And your EDC, I look at it as a backup kit for when bigger emergencies or SHTF scenarios happen. Maybe you're away from home. Those things do happen. You don't have your bug out bag. Maybe you don't have a get home bag or all your normal stuff, but you do have like this sort of base level of preparedness with you all the time, which is your EDC
Yeah, it's
kit.
like perfect. It's going to augment any like kit, right?
Yeah, and that's the
add it
thing.
to anything.
It's like a supplement to your other kits as well. Because even if you're bugging out, or you're going through town, or you're trying to get home, and you have the right kits for that, whether that's your bug out bag or your get home bag, you also have your EDC with you as well. So it's just a supplement to that stuff. You're not always near your house with all of your gear and your stash, and just being able to have those essentials with you all the time is so important.
It is.
And it's always with you. That's the big thing, right?
Yeah.
And it's not just for those little small inconveniences. It's also a vital tool when things really go wrong. You're always going to be prepared with that base level of preparedness.
Yeah.
Very important.
It is very important. It's it's like my first line gear.
Yeah,
It's
for
the
sure.
best stuff. Like it's usually the stuff I've learned how to use it and if it works well. So let's talk about some of those essential items that are in an EDC kit. And you'll talk a little bit more about like what kind of kits you can build for your EDC, because like I carry most of my stuff in my work bag. So I can carry a little bit more. But anyway, cutting tool, obviously, like the first thing is going to be like a cutting tool. Usually it's a EDC knife, a flip blade or something like that.
Yeah, like when we really first started to get serious about it, that was like the first thing that I did. I'm like, I'm going to like make this promise to myself that I'm always going to have a knife with me, right? And it's just a huge step up.
Used all the time for everything,
for
right?
sure. Yeah.
Picking underneath your nails, cutting sandwiches, like I was saying.
Yeah,
That's what I use
sandwiches.
it for all the time.
PB&J's, baby.
And there is an immense amount of guilt when someone asks for a knife and you don't have one. So
don't
don't
wanna
be
be
that
caught.
person.
Like, that's the thing. If people know you're a prepper and then they ask for a knife and you're like,
Yeah. They're like, I don't believe anything you say anymore.
yeah, you're an idiot.
Yeah, exactly.
My dad used to make me feel that way all the time because he would he'd give me a knife. I want
Just
keep it.
anyway?
Yeah, just make me feel inadequate for whatever. But no, he'd give me a knife and then a couple weeks
Where's
later.
that knife?
Yeah, we're fixing on. Hey, where's that knife I gave you? I'm like, oh, shit.
It's true.
And then I blame my wife or something, right?
Yep. So yeah, it's super. Yeah, exactly.
It's her fault.
But yeah, a pocket knife, a small fixed blade knife, whatever it is, like you want a cutting tool and
Neck
carry it
knife.
with you. Other options are like a small multi-tool, because you've got the cutting blade in there, and then you've got your fingernail file and flashlight and whatever else is in that thing.
Yeah, well, just having like some
people love
pliers
those,
on
man.
you.
They just like have the belt clip,
Yeah.
and, little Leatherman. I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah, I love the Skeletal because it's small
The
enough.
Skeletal
that
is the
can
one I
just
probably carry
put it
the
in my
most.
pocket.
It's slim enough that it's almost like just a knife, but has an additional to it. It's great. So a multi-tool can be that. Micro scissors, keychain, multi-tool, something to cut.
Micro scissors, micro hairs.
Give me that micro scissors stack.
Them scissors are too big. Micro. Give me the micro.
But, it doesn't have to be in your pocket. Like,
No.
you carry your keys all the time. I have a little SOG key knife. I use that thing all the time. And so,
I had one. They
In
took
what-
it from me.
who
The
did?
jazz game.
oh, they took that?
Mm-hmm.
Are you serious?
They sure did.
Yeah. Did they know it was more than a key?
No,
Did
not
you
that
have it
one. I
out?
had a different little
Oh.
SOG chain that had some stuff on
okay.
it.
Yeah. They make a lot of those little cool ones, but I really like the one. It looks like a key, and then it flips open and it has a blade on it. So, anyways,
Surprise!
cutting tool.
Yeah.
Second thing, fire making tools.
Sure.
Or something to start a fire with.
I just keep a bunch of loose matches in my pocket all the time.
Yeah.
You know?
I have like a match, like bandolier type of thing.
Just all the way.
Yeah.
Like a sash.
Hey, you want me to just light some fires? Got a long match, small match.
Fell on the ground one time,
striking
started on
match.
fire.
I
Friction
wrecked
on
my
the carpet.
bike and slid across the pavement.
Fell on the
Start a
carpet.
fire.
Not good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, some kind of fire making tool. Bic lighter's the easiest,
Oh,
right?
that's down.
Quality, works good. Smoker's been using it for years.
Oh, yeah.
So I usually I carry a lighter with me, and I don't smoke. Okay, I just have it there
Just have
to
it.
start fires.
Yeah.
And it or you want to be a little more extreme, you might double up or have a ferro rod as well. I carry an electric lighter too, just because it's easy. It's charged all the time.
What are you, Democrat?
Yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly. That's what they carry.
They don't have no
Fires
regular.
for the Republicans.
Yeah. We got old school fire on the Republican side.
It's efficient. Doesn't use fuel.
Yeah.
Screw
What you
oil.
got? Using
Screw oil.
electricity?
Yeah.
Ugh.
But yeah, I've used it.
Yeah.
It's nice. I don't like it as much as the Bic lighter, but
Yeah, I don't
it's
either.
useful.
Sure.
It's lightweight, you know. Illumination. Probably the second most common thing for me to carry is a flashlight.
Yeah.
And I overdo it. I usually have like 4 or 14.
It's a lot of
somewhere around it.
flashlights.
I don't know why.
But you don't keep them on
I have
you,
like
right?
a pen light. I have like just in my bag.
In your bag, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I do because I have the slide belt that has the built-in
Sure.
flashlight.
Yeah.
So, anyways, it's always important to have light. Most of the time, you just have your cell phone,
Yeah.
right? So,
But that's good.
speaking of having battery backup for your light
Yes.
is important, and a lot of those battery backups either have a light on them or you're going to charge your phone, which is like your best flashlight. So, next, first aid, medical.
Yeah.
Kobe carries some Tums, right? That's your med kit.
I usually
your
have-
EDC
My
med
back
kit.
pocket usually has Tums and Pepto,
Yeah.
just in case.
Like I said, I carry a backpack that's kind of a dual as
Yeah.
a EDC kit, but I have a little pill organizer in there, and it has like all my like stomach meds all the way through.
Yeah.
But your first aid kit it doesn't have to be a full size first aid kit. Usually it's like some bandages, maybe some tape, and some medicines.
Yeah.
Especially if you take a daily medication prescription, you should be
know.
carrying extra on
That's
you.
a good idea.
Should be carrying
Really
extra
is.
on you. And then, like I usually have things for emergencies, like allergy med or something to avoid a reaction, something like that.
Yeah,
So,
it's a good
anyways, personal self defense and security. Carrying like pepper spray or some kind of tool that can act as a self defense weapon. Kubotans are nice that way. Tactical pins are nice that way.
Yeah, they are.
You also have, you can put some brass knuckles in there if you want. Carry them around your belt. I don't know,
cool.
maybe your belt buckle is a brass knuckle.
Oh.
So, I don't know. But others, concealed carry. This is where a firearm would come in as your self-defense
For sure.
weapon. Communications, your phone obviously is going to be your primary communication device.
And this is
So,
like, when I think of EDC, this is my number one EDC item. Like
yeah,
we say knife,
it really is.
but it's a phone.
That's true. I would agree.
It's
that
a
it
phone.
probably is your number one. So keeping it, the ability to keep it charged. So having a battery backup is super important because your phone is like your primary way. I mean, it's your flashlight. It's your lifeline to communicate with your family. So you got to take care of it. Make sure you have, you can even put a fancy case on there to carry even more EDC gear.
Yep, absolutely.
But charging cables, I carry like a huge array of cords. It's pretty embarrassing, actually.
Is it?
Like when I go through the airport, they're like, it flags my bag every time because I have like so many cables in there. But it's for charging devices, charging my phone. I have multiple different ones for different.
Jeez.
They need to standardize everything. Like
That's
I
the
know that they're
problem.
getting to USB-C for everything, but
They're not there yet.
Still to this day, I get like I just got a new garage door opener and it charges by micro USB. It pisses me off. I hate
A
the
garage
micro-
door open that charges?
Well,
Wow,
on the
that's
outside,
fancy.
it's a keypad.
Oh, right. Okay.
Keypad that
Yeah.
charges.
Yeah.
But I'm like, micro USB, come on.
Yeah, who's
What is
got
this,
one of
a
those?
PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4?
I don't
All of them have it except
They
for
all have it, yeah.
But yeah, so USB adapters, like
Mm.
there's some really cool EDC ones that you just switch out the end on it and
Mm-hmm.
it's only like the size of a pack of gum.
Heck
Pretty
yeah.
cool.
I like that.
Multi-purpose tools,
Yeah.
paracord, duct tape, even a small pry bar if you're planning on cracking into things and
I
you
do
know.
plan on it.
yeah. But paracord's easy to carry. You can carry it as a bracelet. You can have it as your underwear. We've talked about that before.
We have talked about that, haven't we?
Paracord underwear. But paracord
corset?
goes a long, it goes a long way.
Depends on how long it is.
True. But it can be used for a lot of things.
It can be used for a lot of things.
So, I think probably one of the easier things is to wear just like a bracelet of it.
Yeah.
But anyway, other personal items, cash, super important to have on.
Oh
you.
my gosh. Yes.
I have some in my wallet, just a bill, that can be used for anything. And I've used it so much, I've had to replace it multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to carry cash. Like there's still people out there that use it and can.
I know. Like I try and keep it on my
powers,
wallet.
If you're traveling somewhere or you're out somewhere and the power goes out, like they have no way of processing anything.
No. And
some will take cash somewhere.
I try and keep some in my wallet, but that doesn't always happen.
No.
Like you'll use it.
It's hard because it never gets.
So I try and I have like $100 that I keep actually in my first aid kit, in
That's
my
a good
EDC kit. That
Now
way
I
it's
know.
like,
Now I know.
Now you know where it's at. I always
Let me
keep
get
it there.
you some medicine.
And I'm always like telling my wife, like on vacation or when we're out of town, there's $100 in there in case you lose me or I die somewhere on a road. You have some, you know what I mean? She's like, I get it. But it's just nice to have it somewhere else too.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep. No, it's super important. And I think that, it's easy to forget that cash is still like worthwhile carrying. ID and important phone numbers, not only stored in your phone digitally, like if your phone goes dead, you want to be able to access that ID.
Dude, it's so
having
important.
Copies of it.
Phone numbers.
Yeah.
The other day, I was like, I don't know my kids' phone numbers.
Yeah.
I don't know my wife's phone number. Like I knew it. I was like, oh yeah, that's
It's
what
crazy,
it is.
right?
I know.
You just don't store those in your brain anymore.
No. I remember my phone number from when I was 6.
Yeah.
But I don't remember my wife's
phone number. And it's a
phone number
contact ID if somebody finds your body.
Yeah.
And carry and call whoever.
Yeah.
You got $100, some Tums, and I can call their family.
Oh, this guy was weird. Call his wife.
His Tums are gone.
This guy deserved to die.
I guess he overdosed on them. Oh.
Too much Tums.
And then protective gear. I do carry an N95 mask with me.
Yeah, I do too.
For one, people are disgusting. You never know where you're going to end up. If you're traveling, too, it's nice to have a mask in your bag. I probably should have worn one this last trip because I got pretty sick on the way back.
Yeah.
Or I got other people sick. I don't care about that part.
Nobody cares about that.
Yeah. Other items like hand sanitizer and disinfectant wipes.
Ham sanitizer?
You never know when you come across a ham.
That's right.
You want to sanitize it.
Yeah.
And then I usually do have a small pack of disinfectant wipes like Lysol in my bag. Yeah. Very useful. And then other convenience items, small notebook and pen.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, you got multiple uses of a tactical pen. You can use it as a pen and a weapon.
Yeah.
Energy bar or snacks. It's always good to have that. You don't know how long you're going to be out and about living out of your EDC pack.
I got some pistachios in mine, in my EDC kit. I really do. I have a little pack of pistachios. I've had it for like years. I'm like, they probably are toxic at this point.
Yeah,
They're still in there. One day I might need them.
Yeah.
Then I can down my Tums right after.
If I see an empty pistachio bag, I know you're in trouble.
Oh, Coby's in
He's
trouble.
in trouble. He ate pistachios.
Call someone.
And then, energy bar and snacks, stuff like that. Feminine products are also, something that I wish my wife would carry because it's usually like we're out and about and she's like, I'm going to need to go to the store. It's like not convenient.
No, it's not.
But I know it's not convenient for her either.
That's always the problem. Well, you think
I'm complaining about myself.
Yeah.
It's inconvenient for both of us.
It's too bad.
Anyway.
You know what else is another really good EDC item? Element.
It is.
Because you know what? If you didn't know, electrolyte deficiency or imbalances can cause headaches, cramps, fatigue, and weakness. And as people want to be prepared and ready for anything, the last thing you need is something that will slow you down when you need to be ready the most. That's why we at Casual Preppers have teamed up with Element. It is a tasty electrolyte drink mix with everything you need and nothing that you don't. We think Element is perfect for bug out bags and EDC kits. It contains a science-backed electrolyte ratio, 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. Casual Preppers listeners can get a free sample pack when you make any drink mix purchase through our exclusive Casual Preppers link, and that is one packet of every flavor. You could taste them all.
That's a great idea.
How beautiful is that? They also offer a no questions asked refund.
Who does that?
They're like, what? They don't say what. They just say, refund.
You want a refund?
They don't ask it.
I know you're calling for
You're
it.
getting a refund. That's what they say because they don't ask questions. This offer may be claimed by first-time and returning Element customers. It's pretty cool, but you have to use our link. And that's drinklmnt.com/casual preppers. You can get it in all of our link tree and all our socials in the show notes to this podcast. Drinkelement.com/casual preppers.
Perfect. That's a great one for EDC.
I cannot work out without my element. It just doesn't work out anymore. Doesn't work out.
Got to get in your element.
You're right. So let's talk about how to build your EDC kit.
Yeah.
Right. And the thing that you might want to do is go buy 9,000 items today.
Yeah.
Because I'm
sure everybody looked at that list and they're like, it's impossible.
You're
Can't
never
carry
gonna
any of that.
I'm turning this thing off. Unsubscribe. Too hard.
Yeah. I saw that weird over in Hawaii. I ain't doing this.
Pistachios? Nope. Hate them nuts.
Match bandolier? This ain't serious.
Second
enough.
worst nuts ever.
Seriously.
I don't know what the worst
Some
is.
of I'm sure there'll be a review about that.
Yeah, I hate them nuts.
Well, I carry those are low in protein. Don't have as much fat and oils.
I'm salty.
You're dumb.
I hate you guys. But you don't have to go out and buy everything all at once. Start small, then expand, right? You got to start with those essentials. We talked about it. Get that knife. Get a light. We didn't talk about it, but a watch is also a great
That's true.
EDC.
We didn't mention that.
I know what time it is. All the time.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, we have phones now, but a watch is just great to have. It's right there on your wrist.
Yeah.
Easy to
You
see.
want to pull it out of your pockets right there.
Yeah, that's right. Unless your hand's in your pocket, then you do
I don't know
have
if
to
you've worn a watch, but they're really nice.
They're handy.
Yeah.
They're wristy.
They're wristy. Yeah, that's wristy.
That's wristy. Cash. Obviously, so important. We talked about that. Fire, bandolier.
You can even burn your
matches.
cash. So you got Tinder right there.
Yeah, Tinder, cash, first aid. Like, so just start with a few of those things that are super important. You know, you don't have to go with like the perfect matching set of everything,
No.
you know, so you can take a photo and put it on IG.
It's
Like,
true.
you just get the essentials
Yeah.
and figure out the best way to carry them for you.
There's
right?
a lot of pictures if you're looking for what gear.
Dude,
There's some
could-
great ones.
I can look at them all day.
They are.
So
They're
cool.
really cool.
Yeah, they really are. But let's talk about the container options. What do you put them in? You put them like an old
Just
Miracle Whip, old Miracle Whip bottle, or Cool
Country
Whip,
Crock.
Country Crock.
I got all tucked in there. Or the little shortbread cookie tin.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
best place to put it in.
The tin ones, yeah, for sure.
Like your grandma taught you.
You can use any of those things, but I wouldn't suggest it. There's some other things that are better. Number one is pockets.
Yes.
You got pockets on your pants, unless you're a woman. They
That's
hardly ever have pockets.
And it's only like a fingernail deep.
You can barely put your fingernail in there. Like, what kind of useless idiot?
Can you carry everything for me? These pockets don't do anything.
I have pockets, but they're just for show. I don't know why. So you could put your knife in there. You could put a wallet in there. You could put a phone. You could put your watch in there, but I just put it on your damn wrist. There's like things you can do, obviously, just with your
I don't
pocket.
put it on my wrist, get stolen.
Nah, I
Put
keep
it in my pocket.
I
A
should get
pocket watch. Didn't even
I ain't
think
quite
about
got
that.
there yet. Yeah, you should get a pocket watch though.
Oh, you should.
Yeah, just pull it out and look at it all day.
You look freaking cool. I'll
Oh,
tell
you do, man.
Like, man, that guy's
I
sophisticated.
guarantee you, Charles Hapgood had a pocket watch.
Guaranteed a tactical pocket
Yeah,
watch.
like what time is it? Let me do what time it is.
Take a look here.
It's right here. Charles Hapgood says it's 2:47.
It's 2 hours past the penguin sundown.
2 shoot shakes past the penguin's asshole. Yeah, he had probably cool, really sayings like that, you know?
Guaranteed.
2 penguin feathers past the bloody knuckle. Just like weird.
That don't make any sense.
I don't know. You said weird crap like that.
Okay, thanks, Charles.
Just want to know what time it was, Charles. Yeah, why you make it so difficult?
Bet the sun's clouds drifting ice glacier. What?
It's 2 o'clock.
Nothing. Let me reset it. It's winding it.
This thing hasn't worked in 10 years. I just look at it.
Broken. The tiles are missing. Yes.
You ain't got no hands on it.
Put it up in the sun. Tells you on the
sundial.
shadow.
But you can use your pockets. All right.
Yeah.
Belt pouches. You could do this. It looks weird though.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If you're walking around with a belt pouch on, you know, like a tactical.
Well, the thing is, I do have oh my gosh, Wazoo gear.
Oh yeah, Wazoo.
Their
yeah,
cash
you
belt?
don't see that.
Dude, I like that thing.
But I'm talking about
I usually put my cash in that.
sure in the cash belt.
Yeah, because I roll it, Velcro
Yeah.
shut.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. I'm talking about like the packages that
like a police officer's belt.
Yeah, exactly. Like Batman or something. His belt. You can do that.
That'd be great.
Yeah, but it's weird.
Yeah, it is.
But you can do it.
Yeah,
totally up to you. Mini organizers. I actually like these. These are like those little from like Maxpedition or something. They zip open up like a little book, and they got like all the little pouches in there.
It's nice to put like certain things in.
Yeah. And so like you can throw that in your truck or your car or in a bag or something like that. Just a nice little place to keep some of that organized. Or you can have dedicated EDC bags. So this is like a full-on backpack that you fill with tons of gear, whatever gear that you want for your...
It's embroidered and says EDC on it.
Cam's EDC is what it says. So that's a great way to go, and that's the way that I prefer it. And really, actually, what I prefer is the hybrid approach, which is several of these. And I use my pockets. I do use a mini organizer, which I have in my truck. And then I also use a bag.
Yeah.
So all of that is considered EDC.
Yep.
And like I love the fact that I could, if I'm running on a hike or if I'm going to do something, I can just grab one of those things. I can grab my little organizer, I can grab my bag.
It is nice to
and I have extra stuff. Yeah. So it's nice to do. Also, many people create hybrid EDC kits that live in their vehicle, and these can double as get-home bags for bigger emergencies. This is actually kind of what I've done. I don't have a dedicated get-home bag. I probably should.
Yeah.
You guys.
That's where my work bag is kind of that crossover.
Exactly.
It does have most of my get-home, but it's not dedicated.
Yeah, exactly. So like these setups can include your daily essentials plus a little bit more. Maybe they have water and snacks and extra clothes or whatever tools. This is a great way to kind of bridge the gap between having an EDC bag and not having to have so many kits and making them work for other things.
We have an EDC church bag.
Oh, yeah.
It's got snacks in there. It's got tablets, got charge cables, all kinds of stuff.
All crazy cool stuff in there. Yeah, make church
scriptures.
Nice. Scriptures.
Yeah.
But anyways, and also like your vehicle kit too is part of all of this, right? In the mix, because your EDCs in your vehicle, all that kind of stuff. So anyways, thing you want to do is tailor your EDC to your lifestyle in some way, shape, or form. We can't tell you what your kit needs to look like. You need to work on it and tailor it to, if you're an office worker, you're going to have those like multi-tool, phone charger, flashlight. If you're a tradesman, you might have to have more rugged stuff. You're a man. Yeah. Right? So you got like gloves and a large knife and you got some extra underwear just in case, right? Probably. And then if you're
sounds like
it's a man.
Murderer.
No, he's just a man.
Got all his gear in there.
Yeah.
Rope, gag ball. Some kind of stuff.
Yeah, dead duck carcass. All the stuff you need. Okay. If you're a traveler, you might have things like power banks and hygiene essentials and travel documents in there as well. And then you can also tailor it even further to what your environment's like. If you live in a city, you might have, more city stuff in there. Maybe you got
bus pass, stuff like that. Yeah.
Exactly. If you're in the rural areas, you're gonna have stuff for like survival in the outdoors, maybe just in case, and some basic repair stuff. If you live in Antarctica, you want to have hand warmers. If you live in Arizona,
watch.
If you live in Arizona, you want an extra bullet to kill yourself in the summer.
Exactly.
Okay, because it's gonna suck.
Yeah. It's true though. Like when I travel, I always hate that because like my EDC gear is all specific to where I live.
Exactly.
And it's like you kind of have to mix it up a little.
I can't use this Utah gear in California.
Yeah. When I go to Hawaii, it's all wood and bamboo.
That's right. Rice and sushi. I don't know.
Yeah.
So think about upgrading as you go. Gear is always improving, so don't be afraid to swap out the old stuff for newer stuff. Don't get stuck on it. If it's not as good as new stuff, get some new stuff that's better. Try different brands and models. Figure out what works best for you because you need to test it. If you're going to be carrying this stuff, you need to use it. And you're going to really figure out what's actually useful, what's just ornamental and extra for no reason, and what you might need to look at upgrading, right? And then, look, you don't have to do the same thing every single day. Sometimes you can carry stuff in your pockets. Sometimes you can have a big belt pouch. Sometimes you can have a backpack. Different options for different days. Yeah, see what works. And
make it fashionable.
Why not though?
Like
You
it's
could,
like I
yeah.
always when I go out to eat, I'm like, which knife is
I do
my
the same thing.
dinner knife?
I have a Sunday knife.
Yeah.
That I take to church.
Yeah, it's fun
You know?
because you're going to carry it anyway. It's like,
Yeah.
make it fun.
Why not?
Yeah,
Life is fun
right.
at times. Make it funner.
Yeah,
Okay. So, anyways, all this just to say your EDC kit isn't just this static thing; it's a work in progress.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Mhm.
So, EDC kit tips and tricks.
Okay.
Stay organized. That's probably one of the most important things.
Yeah.
And I like, it's crazy how much I go through. My life is disorganized, but my EDC bag, my work bag, I go through that thing like weekly. I will take stuff out
Yeah.
and just look like I don't need that in there anymore. I don't need this. Like I keep it nice and tidy. I have like a little plastic Tupperware thing that keeps like all of my kind of USB things. Then I have my flashlight in a particular pocket that I always have it there. I actually had TSA pull it out and they're like, I thought it was a switchblade because it's like the flat flashlight.
Oh, right.
And
Yeah,
I was
that
like,
flat
yeah,
one, huh?
no. And then I flashed him in the eyes and I ran.
Exactly.
But yeah, staying organized helps a ton.
we need to have you do like a full-on video.
I do
of
need to
your
do it again.
thing.
It's not as exciting as it sounds, but
Well, yeah,
I
but
should
still.
show you how I keep it nice
Yeah.
and organized. Because it's super important, right? Like if you're going to switch bags or anything like that, you know where it's all at. And it's all like, and I do try and keep things in individual packs so that I can just like whip and swap and
Trip and
change
drop.
and
Trip
drop
drop.
and drop. The other thing is redundancy.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you need to carry two of everything on you, but I do have redundancy either in the bag and in the vehicle, or I have it on me and in my bags. Like
Yeah.
2 is 1, 1 is none, the
Yeah.
old typical saying. But it's important, especially with EDC gear. You don't want to be caught with a broken knife.
I'd feel so dumb.
Yeah. And then regular maintenance. Those knives loosen.
Yeah, they do.
And like
All the time.
nothing's worse than like a floppy blade. I hate that. You need it rigid and stiff.
Rigid, stiff.
So
My thing is the clips.
when the clip loosens,
I
it's
have
super
like
annoying.
6 of them off to the side of my kit right now that need to be fixed, and I've got
It's 'cause it's just a
90,000
weird-
knives,
You need a specific screwdriver kit. It's really annoying.
and I do have one of those. I got it from BattlBox.
Yeah, and I do have a screwdriver in my bag. It's another one of my EDC things I didn't
Yeah.
mention. I always have like a screwdriver
Yeah.
kit. But like regular maintenance, because if your clip's loose and you're running from danger, that knife's gonna flip out of your pocket.
Ranger danger.
Flip out of your pocket, it flip open, poke your foot.
You might die.
Yeah, you might die. Lights and batteries die quickly, so you want to make sure that those are charged up often. When it's sitting in your bag, I'd have to say of the 4 flashlights, probably one of them is charged.
Yeah.
The other ones die all the time.
But that's what redundancy is about.
Exactly. And that's the other thing is like redundancy is nice when you're with family. Like I've used those flashlights for my kids. It's like, here, find your way to the hotel room.
Here, it's 90 miles to the
It's
hotel.
cheap. They don't put the lights on in this one.
90 miles
Save
to the
money.
hotel. Make yourself back before morning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Look at the license plate, mark it in your memory. Might be a different color, but the same plate.
Same place.
And then, so check your batteries. Check that you have food in there that's not pistachios that are 6 months old.
All right, I'll swap them out.
Okay. And then keep it light. That's the hard thing, just like with bug out bags and stuff, is you can get a little bit out of control. Start carrying too much stuff. A
Yeah.
full-size hatchet. You think that's your EDC gear, and it's not.
Yeah.
Avoid carrying all of that stuff. And that's easy. Like the best way to do that is just like using your everyday gear, going through it on, often just to see what works, how often it's used, if it even needs to be there, and also what things can be combined into one tool.
I like that.
So-
Hey, do you know what else I like? Mad GearCo.
Oh, that's mad.
Do you want to know why? Because they are redefining preparedness with their contingency planner, a must-have tool for anyone serious about being ready. Whether it's a hurricane, power outage, wildfire, or unexpected emergency, this planner is built to help you organize every detail of your plan. This isn't just a notebook, it's a durable step-by-step guide for organizing your emergency plans, from food storage and water supplies to communication strategies and evacuation routes. It ensures nothing is overlooked. Proudly 100% made in America, the Contingency Planner features tough, weather-resistant right-in-the-rain paper that stands up to water, dirt, and the elements. And with Mad GearCo being family-friendly and veteran-owned, you're supporting American craftsmanship and values. Be ready for whatever comes your way. Visit madgear.shop to grab your Contingency Planner today. Mad GearCo, redefining preparedness for one SHTF. Use our code CasualPreppers and you're going to get a discount.
That's so cool.
Best
Planner.
emergency planner on the planet.
Yeah.
On the
just get
planet.
like this planner, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
All that. Yeah.
I just
whatever he
can't
said.
believe how like useful something like that is, and I wish I would have had early on.
Me too. I agree.
Well, we gave it to you. Go get it.
There it is. So a few common mistakes, and Cam's kind of gone over this a little bit already, but overpacking. You don't want to get too much. It kind of defeats the purpose of what we're doing. You need to be streamlined. You need to be practical. Think about that. Forgetting your batteries and backups. You got a flashlight that's dead, not great. I mean, you can throw it at somebody, I guess, but it's not going to help you in the dark like you need it to. Also, not customizing things to your life. Maybe you're just watching something that we're doing.
This is a huge one that has to be customized.
You
to you.
have to customize it to you. So take some time. If you buy some gear, use it for a month. Say, hey, did that work? Did it not work? What was good? Take some time and actually do some customization there. And then Cam mentioned this, neglecting maintenance. You got to upkeep that gear or it's not going to be super useful. All right.
Yeah, those are good
So
tips.
some things to do. Do a monthly EDC audit. Like Cam was talking about, he's always pulling his bag out and reviewing stuff. Do that every single month. I don't. I need to do it more often. This is usually like a twice a year thing for me. I need to do it more. But if you can do it once a month, your kit is going to be so slick.
Yeah,
man.
it
really
will.
is.
And you'll know for sure where everything is.
Yeah.
Because you've gone through it a million times.
Yeah. And then this stuff is stuff that you're using every single day. So I think this is a good time to spend a little extra on some of that stuff and invest in quality gear. You know, that $15 gas station knife, maybe not. I mean, it's nice to have some of those thrown around in your truck, you know, when you have to go cut something that's muddy and dirty and you don't want your nice Spyderco or something, but invest in quality stuff.
I agree with that.
It's just going to be better for you overall. So anyways, some things to think about.
That's awesome, man. So that's EDC kits. You know, it really is like your first line of defense. It can be added to your other kits. It's super important as a prepper to know this gear, have good gear, like you're saying, good quality gear. And then, you don't have to build a massive kit right off the bat. Yep. Start carrying a knife and figuring out like what you can put on your keychain. There's, it's a simple start. And then from there, build things that'll just make your life way easier. I mean, really, it's for everyday like life chores. It's not like you're not always, a lot of people are like, oh, you're carrying it for survival. Yes, but it just makes life so much easier.
99%
I use it all the time at work. So
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess for our challenge, I think it would be good for you to go and review your EDC kit this week. Go through it, see what works, see what you can upgrade, see what gear you're missing that we've mentioned, and just, get it in tip-top shape.
Yeah, and if you don't have an EDC kit, just start with one item, and build it out from there. It's a really good thing to start with.
That's awesome.
That's EDC, guys.
I like that.
I do want to talk about, we have the latest Crate Club.
Yes, a lot of my EDC gear has come from BattlBox and Crate Club.
I agree, it has. You're right. The first item in the box is a little EDC mat, the Tactica 0.200. So this is a cool
when you're tightening those screws on your EDC knife, perfect to put
or you just put it on your nightstand and you can lay your knives in there nice and they're not getting all scratched
hold
up.
Skittles when you're playing games and stuff.
Perfect. The USA FOCP Tactical Mesh Cap. Nice ball
there you
cap.
go.
Gotta have a nice
EDC gear. You start putting stuff in your cap.
Kodiak Blackout TPU backpack. It's a really cool waterproof 40-liter backpack from Rockagator. Oh, yeah.
So this with the rain.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet, man. And then we have, the Rockagator Torrent rain cover that comes with it as well. And then we have the Tribe 1 Outdoors LP Series.
This is what you're saying.
Pack
that's
net.
That's what this is.
That's the pack net. Yep.
This is cool. It's like a tailgate extension for your backpack.
Exactly. The Dango M1 Maverick Bifold Wallet Spec Ops.
Man, if you've not used a Dango wallet, you're missing out.
They're great stuff. They really are great stuff. Mountain Ops Electrolytes Stim.
Stim pack.
That's right. Great EDC item. The Slishman Pressure Wrap. It's almost like a
That's cool.
tourniquet.
It's like a heavier duty ace bandage type thing.
Uh-huh.
That's cool.
And then we got the Fox Knives Yankee Axe. Beautiful Fox Knives axe, man.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So that is the latest Crate Club.
Great stuff.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for listening. We appreciate you. Go follow us on all the socials. Make sure you're checking out our other podcast. This podcast is a secret. We have some great stuff over there. Thank you so much and stay survived.